That's Cooper Williams, Georgia Tech signee for North Cobb Christian. Cooper, appreciate it, man.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
So, you are part of such a talented recruiting class at Georgia Tech. Drew Burris, Antonio Anderson, Ty Pete. Just tell me about, one, the draw of going to Georgia Tech, and then obviously this talented group, what you guys think you can do when you get together in the flats.
So the amount of talent we have, there's so many of the kids that could possibly get drafted, and it's just always trying to work harder to just beat that next guy.
Obviously with the draw being close to home with Georgia Tech, but what else was it about that program that made you want to go there?
Everybody, Coach Ramsey I loved a lot. He's just so nice, and even Burrell and Danny Hall, my favorite coaches.
This North Cobb Christian team a year ago was so close. What kind of hunger did that create for you guys to not only get back there but to have a different result this time around?
It's sort of like a chip on our shoulder, and we're not going to forget that, but we're just going to keep working towards to actually win it this time.
I've seen so many different ways to describe you: strong, athletic, explosive. The scouts have all their words, but how would you kind of break yourself down if you were self-scouting?
Explosive is definitely one of my favorite ones. I definitely start off quick and fast twitch.
If we're having this conversation a year from now, even after this season is over with, what's that thing you feel this is, if I have a checklist of areas where I need to get better to be the player that I want to be, what's on that list right now?
Hitting more consistently and definitely getting on base more, yeah.
What is it about the play you say, is it in the consistency? Is it dealing with the off speed? Is it how the setup play? What is it in particular that you feel like is the biggest piece?
Just being on time, really, and then usually the off speeds really get me.
All right, you told me a little bit about you as a player, as a hitter, but I want to kind of see it in motion. So I'm gonna have you get your bat and show us your setup. Sound good?
All right, yeah. Yeah. So lately I've raised my hands higher in my swing, and then I incorporated my leg kick back. So with the leg kick, I just make sure I try to get my legs, and it's usually mostly just a timing thing. So when the pitcher's throwing, as soon as his foot's about to land, I get that leg kick started, and then from there I just try to stay inside the ball and see ball, hit ball.
Cooper, man, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure you're following LakePoint Sports on all our social media channels and hit that subscribe button on YouTube.